Now let's understand about electric bell, how the electromagnet that is present in the electric bell makes it work, like how it is going to work just because of the presence of electromagnet in it. So what are the different things that are used to make the electric bell are, first of all, as I have already said, it has an electromagnet in it. Then after that, it is consists of a coil of wire which is wrapped around an iron piece. Now when the electricity passes through this iron piece, or we can say that the coil of wire, here this iron piece will behave as an electromagnet, and as a result the proper working of the electric bell can be seen. After that, what we have with this is a coil, like I have already said, the coil will act as a electromagnet. Then we have the iron strip is attached to a hammer. Now when the iron piece which is present inside the electric bell, when it gets magnetized, what happens? It attracts the iron strip which is attached to the hammer, and as a result, what hammers do is it makes a sound or rings the bell, and that is how the bell works. And the what is the main thing which is required in this system is battery and switch. If battery is there, then only the electricity will flow, and if switch is in on position, then only the battery will flow. So that is how the electricity can be made, and here in the picture you can clearly see that how the inside of bell or how the circuit of bell is seen. Now here, as we have already discussed, what are the different things? That is, iron piece is there which is in the U shape, and it is on this a coil of wire is wrapped. When electricity is passed through this iron piece will act as a magnet, and when it acts as a magnet, the hammer will strike the bell, and as a result the bell starts working. Now let's understand in detail how the working of bell takes place. Now here, see, for the working of bell, what is the main thing required is when the connections are made properly, that as I have shown in the earlier slide, when the connections are made properly and the switch is moved to on position, what will happen in that case? The electric current will pass through the coil. Now once the electric current pass through the coil, what happened? The iron strip which is attached to the coil of wire will behave as an electromagnet, as the electrical energy here is converted into the magnetic energy, right? Now till the time the electricity is passed through that system, the magnet or the iron piece here or the coil of the iron strip here will behave as an electromagnet. As soon as the electricity will switch off, the iron strip again stops behaving as an electromagnet, and then the working of bell won't take place, right? So this is the main thing. Now once the iron strip which is attached here to the coil behaves as an electromagnet, what happens? It attracts the hammer towards itself, which is present in the electric bell. Now once it is attracted toward the iron piece, what happens? The hammer strikes the bell and sound is produced. So that is how the working of bell is seen. So the sound is produced. So what happens? The hammer, when it has moved from there, that is, once it moves away from this screw, what happens? It breaks the circuit. Now see here carefully, we have a bell here, right? Then here our hammer was present, which is attached to our iron strip, right? Now this iron strip is connected to a circuit by the battery, and then there is a U-shaped iron piece which is again connected with the coil of wire to the system. Now what happened? And here a screw is attached from where there is a connection between the iron piece and the hammer. Now what happens once the switch is in on position? What happens? The electricity passes into the circuit, and as a result this iron piece here will act as a, what happened? This iron piece here will act as an electromagnet. Now when this iron piece here works as an electromagnet, what happens? Again, this will attract this hammer, and the hammer will strike the bell and the sound is produced. But when the hammer moves here, what happens? There will be no connection between this hammer and the iron strip, and as a result, what happened? There will be a blockage of connection between the iron strip and the hammer, and as a result, what happened? The connection between the circuit breaks, and again the hammer comes back to its position and touches the screw. So that is how the working of electricity or electric bell works, right? Hammer moves away from the screw here when this coil of wire acts as an electromagnet, and once the connection is broke, again the electricity stops flowing from the system, and as a result this piece will no more electromagnet, and hence the hammer go back to its position as in before position. Again the circuit will be complete, and again the same process will go on. So that is how the working of the electric bell is seen, right? This you can see in this video also. That is how the electric bell is working. Once the circuit is complete, see here carefully. What is happening? The hammer is, again when the current is passing through the system again and again, what is happening? The hammer strikes back, and when it strikes the bell, the connection between the hammer and the iron strip breaks, and as a result circuit becomes incomplete and the coil is no more an electromagnet. Hammer comes back to its original position, again the connection is complete, electricity will flow, the coil will again behave as an electromagnet, again attracts the hammer, and again hammer strikes the bell and produce the sound. So this is how the working of electric bell goes on.